Welcome back to another episode here on the Paperhats SMP server, where we're standing in front of the build that we made last episode, our wonderful technical trio shop, where we actually haven't done anything except a little bit of path expansion down here, and I actually have no idea if the path was even there last episode, so either new path or path expansion, one of the two, but elytras are now for sale as well, along with iron. Looks like we've sold some emeralds. And probably nothing of anything else. Yeah. Basically, the store is kind of passively selling stuff. And that's kind of where that's facing. Also, yeah, wings. I went end rating off camera. You see, we have killed the dragon. I wasn't there for it, but before that, even, I went to the end, pillared out, well, I used somebody else's bridge, but either way, I went out, and, I found an end city, I got some wings, and now we're here. Anyways, we're selling elytras because Siphon got, like, 3 million in the end, or at least he got that many extra. Anyways, basically, the shop's making income, but very passively, so what I plan to do is I plan to up our sales a little bit by doing something that nobody's done yet. By starting to sell stuff that nobody really wants to sell. It's the same idea that Green had with the barge. Basically, we're going to sell sand. We're going to sell gravel. Well, maybe not gravel. Gravel's kind of easy to come by, and we don't have a bartering system yet, which is the thing that makes it easy to come by. Anyways, that's getting off track. We're going to sell gravel. We're going to sell deep slate. We're going to sell sand. Again, that's a maybe on the gravel. But we're going to sell stuff that people do not want to gather. Anyways, I'm going to go gather resources. So it's been a few days since that last clip, and I think it's probably about time we go check on the stocks, because since then, I have gone and I have thrown everything into this shop, and, well, I think it's time we check our profit. Nothing on sand, nothing on deep slate, and nothing on terracotta. Alright, well, we tried. At least we can say that. But on my ventures to get deep slate, I did get a few diamonds, you know, and a little bit of some other materials. I'll just show those off real quick here. Lot more deep slate than what we have in stock, and then redstone, gold, and lapis. Those are really the only things you can get down there. Those are really the only other things you can get down there besides diamonds. So I think it's time for us to move on to the next project of the day, and that would be paths. I have to work on paths. I know, it's a boring process, but I did that path in the last episode, or just after the last episode, I think, and I need to continue it over in front of my base, down to Spuds, and kind of loop it around down there, connect it up with this that goes into the mail room. I don't know who built that. I'm pretty sure it was Casey, though. AFKC. I made a haha. Anyways, paths. Let's get to it. The paths are completely finished, and what better way to show them off than to walk along them. So we're going to start down here by the shop and MrGold's starter base, and we're going to make our way up to where I started work on the paths, which is right at the top of these stairs. As you can see, they do actually look pretty nice. I do like the paths. I just copied the template I used for down there, and I genuinely quite like the look of it. And as you can see, it comes up to here as we walk down here. This was like the hardest spot to get because it was such a steep decline, but I figured out how to get it down and incorporate a way to get over to the villager hall, and then also another way to get down to the iron farm collection down here at the very bottom right here. As you can see, it goes down here, more stairs. Yeah. We can head back up here, and as you can see, it also goes to the slime farm collection. We're not going to walk over there. And over here, connecting up to Spud's path, which ended about right here before. And then I extended it. One of my favorite views to actually look at the path from is the top of Siphon's Tower. Actually on the roof, not even on the balcony, because you get so much more of it in, as you can see. It does kind of cut out there, but it's fine. You can kind of see it start coming up and over. I really like the organic look of it, like the way it kind of just, it curves randomly and kind of no specific pattern, which is something I like about making these sorts of paths. As you can see, I did it down here, though it was a little less organic and kind of was like following the terrain and going around things, so it made a little bit more sense and was a little less organic feeling. While this, like right along here, kind of sways for no reason, and then as it goes down, it sways along the side and it splits real nicely. It's very organic feeling. Kind of gives me the vibe of like roots underneath a tree spreading out like that. Anyways, I'm really proud of the paths, and I didn't actually end up connecting that to this, which I was planning on doing, but we do need to connect this end over here, move like this along the side and connect it up to the path by the shop, because the plan is basically to connect everything up with paths. As you can see down here, tax base and shop and stuff over to Richie's is all connected up with paths. Currently everything is connected up with paths except maybe the middle area. Actually, I think the middle area has a path. Okay, so there is a path heading to the middle area with Nightmare's old starter base and Siphon's Tower. And then we have this path comes under Spudnik's little double house archway here. Goes through here onto this bridge over to Glitch's starter base / the community house, and up here to Dan's area to his amazing, and when I say amazing, I mean amazing, because it is so freaking awesome. His path right here looks so good, and it's so detailed, and I could never do something like this, mostly because I don't have the patience to do something like this, but Dan pulled this off beautifully. I don't know if he's going to texture the cliffs like with andesite and cobblestone. Obviously, you don't want it to take away from like the paths, so to do something like the cliffs, you'd want to keep it grayscale. It looks like somebody's building a path up to there, but anyways, we need to start work on the next project in today's video, and that project is it's one that really needs to get done because I'm tired of harvesting sugarcane manually. That is right, we are building a sugarcane farm. I don't know why I said it in that voice, but I like it in that voice. Yeah, otherwise we'd be stuck here getting sugarcane manually for the rest of time and eternity, which sounds more like a punishment than a farm. So, yeah, we need to head over to the industrial district and build up the farm. And you may be wondering the location of this farm, and I've actually chosen a spot. It is going to go right in this corner over here. It is going to go from the floor, which is technically going to be one block higher up. So it's going to go from here all the way up to the top. It's going to have one module here, another module over there, and one module here, another module over there, and copy that stacked up all the way to the tippy top so that we have tons of sugarcane coming in. And it's going to be super amazing to have. It's going to be great, and we're going to have so much sugarcane. Only thing that is possibly going to be bad about it is the lag, because sugarcane farms don't have an off switch, especially since the design I'm going with doesn't have like the ability to be connected up with redstone and that to have an off switch. Hopefully it'll be fine and won't cause too much lag, but we should be fine. So I'm going to throw you guys into a time lapse. I know I didn't do a time lapse for the other things we did in the episode, but I meant to. But I really don't like messing with replay files, so I didn't give you one. Anyways, let's hop into the time lapse. It is complete. Voila. I know I said I was going to do 2 modules on each side, but that seemed kind of excessive, and I didn't have enough pistons for it all. So, here we are. Anyways, it works really well, and if you're wondering how the collection gets to there, basically, water streams down here, push it all towards the middle. That goes up a bubble elevator in the center right here, under that block there. Comes over here, and as you can see, hits that block and falls down into the water stream right there. And gets collected in here. This is the profit of a very short overnight AFK session because I got kicked twice. And that's basically never good. But we did get quite a bit of sugarcane, so that is good. And as we come over here, and because it's the first farm, as we come over here to build more farms, there will be tons more sugarcane passively getting grown and collected. So we'll have a really good supply of sugarcane, and that is going to be really great. Now that the sugarcane farm is complete, we can move on to the next project of today's episode, and that is a dripstone farm. A lovely, lovely farm that we can use for profits, because you see, dripstone is a very nice building block, and you know who builds on the server? A lot of people build on the server, and they need dripstone. And since we're going to be supplying it, and they're going to be paying for it, they're going to be buying it, we would make money, 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 much monies. I know I said that about basically everything else, but I've got to be right one of these times. First things first is we're going to have to actually get dripstone to sell. Luckily, there's a dripstone cave right down in here at spawn that we can go down into, and we can loot for all it's worth. Look at this. We've got tons of the blocks already down here. So basically, I just need to grab the blocks, enough to make a farm, and the hanging dripstone so I can make the farm. I've gathered up more materials other than just the dripstone now, and we should have everything ready and in sugar boxes to get into this farm all built up and done, other than the fact that I still need to go grab the slime blocks, but the flying machines are going to come very last, so it really doesn't matter quite yet. I think the only thing that we really can do then is jump into a time lapse, so let's do that. It is complete, finally, at long last. It took me, I can't remember, I think it was around 3 days. We're gonna say 3 days to build this thing. Probably more like 2, but I did start work on it on stream. So, if you guys want to see me, like, work on stuff such as this, see me actually build them, check me out over at twitch.tv/SB0YG, link is in the description. But anyways, I think this thing is looking pretty good, and if we check in here, it has been running, though a little bit of that was just from the extra dripstone that I had left over after, you know, putting in that stuff up there. There was a bit left over that I just decided to throw in the, in the chest. It isn't necessarily a fast farm, but I think it'll work well as we continue to add more farms in over here at the industrial district. But as you can see, the industrial district is actually starting to look industrial with 2 fairly large farms built and installed. One thing I will also say, though, is that the sugarcane farm, though it is quite big, it is also quite slow. This is mainly just from building up this and a little bit of AFK time, and I want a lot of sugarcane, so that just ain't gonna cut it. So basically the plan is to on stream build up 1, 2, 3, I think was the plan, more of these tall towers, same height, and they're just gonna continue to spit it into the same collection system. Anyways, that's what's happening in next episode. But as for this episode, I'm afraid it's coming to an end. So please like and subscribe. But before we actually go, I had a run-in with that weird fellow I saw down at the portal in episode 2. So I'm gonna roll that for you.
I have been trapped for 6 years. I swear, if I get my hands on him, he is going to regret everything. Well, speak of the devil. Remember me?
No?
Wait, what?
Am I supposed to know you? Maybe you think I'm somebody else.
No, I know who you are. What do you remember?
Not much. Just this place. I've never known anywhere but here.
Well, we used to be good friends before we came here. You and I go way back. 6 years, in fact. Something must have happened before I arrived that caused this spell of amnesia.
Oh. I guess if you say so. I mean, your face does look vaguely familiar.
See, you do know me. And together, we'll fix that memory.
Maybe. Anyways, what's your name? I'd give you mine as well, but you already know me.
I'm the anti-gamer.